Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. I'm Bingjie Qian from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. This is a joint work with Professor Koon. Our study looks at emotional intensity and user engagement on community-based question answering platforms. Community-based question answering platforms, also known as CQA platforms, are prevalent in the seeking and sharing of knowledge nowadays, such as Quora, Stack Overflow, and Zhihu. Viewers' engagement with the answers is critical for the success of the platform, and it is also important for content providers. In this study, we focus on viewers' engagement in terms of the number of votes, comments, and rewards that each answer receives. We investigate content features that affect viewer engagement. Specifically, we examine the effect of emotional intensity on viewer engagement and how this effect is moderated by answer length. Previous studies on the effect of emotions on user engagement are mostly conducted in the context of online reviews, and these studies have led to diverse findings. Our study resolves the tension by considering the moderating role of another content characteristic, the length of the content. Our study is related to the research on online knowledge sharing. Previous studies on online knowledge sharing mostly focus on the generation of knowledge, examining the factors that affect the quantity and quality of the knowledge. Knowledge, such as knowledge contributors' characteristics, knowledge seekers' characteristics, and the dyadic relationship between the contributor and the seeker, and also the platform designs. Increasingly, researchers are now interested in the consumption of the knowledge after it is produced, examining the factors that affect users' evaluation of and engagement with the knowledge, such as answer characteristics, peripheral cues, and the interaction between answer characteristics and peripheral cues. Our study contributes to this stream of research by examining the interplay between different answer characteristics. Our study is also related to the research on emotional expression in user-generated content. Prior research on the effect of emotions in UGC on user engagement has led to diverse findings. Some studies find a negative effect of emotions, some find a positive effect, and some find no significant effect. There are also some studies that have found a nonlinear effect of emotions, and some studies find that the effect of emotions on user engagement depends on the context. Our study resolves the tension by considering another content characteristic and its moderating role. There are two possible countervailing mechanisms by which emotional intensity affects viewer engagement. On the one hand, intense emotions may hinder the provision of necessary information. Content with intense emotions might be perceived by viewers as simply venting emotions instead of providing useful and objective information. Research shows that informativeness and objectivity are among the key aspects in viewers' evaluation of answer quality on CQA platforms. Besides, content with intense emotions may also be interpreted as irrational due to the common belief that intense emotion interferes with the reasoning. Therefore, based on these reasons, intense emotions may lead to lower evaluation and less engagement. However, on the other hand, emotions can also facilitate the social interaction between viewer and the author. Emotions can produce a shared emotional experience between the viewer and the author. For example, if the author expresses excitement in the content, the viewer may also feel excited after reading it. Therefore, these emotions can reduce the interpersonal distance between the viewer and the author and increase the cohesiveness and social bonding between them. Therefore, based on these reasons, intense emotions may lead to more engagement. We propose that which of the above-mentioned mechanisms dominates depends on another answer characteristic, the length of the answer. Length is the most straightforward and intuitive measure of informativeness. All else being equal, longer content contains more information than shorter content. Therefore, the negative effect of emotional intensity on the informativeness of an answer depends on whether the answer is long enough to contain the necessary information that viewers seek. When the answer is short, it may contain insufficient information. So, emotional intensity will interfere with the provision of information to a larger extent. However, as the answer length increases, the negative effect should diminish, and the positive effect of the emotions on viewer engagement should dominate. Therefore, we propose the following three hypotheses. The first one is that the effect of emotional intensity on the number of votes that an answer receives is moderated by answer length, such that it is negative for short answers but positive for longer answers. The other two hypotheses propose similar hypotheses on the effect of emotional intensity on the number of comments and rewards. We collected a dataset from Zhihu, which is a popular CQA platform in China. It was launched in January 2011, and it had more than 100 million registered users as of September 2017. Users on this platform can post new questions and provide answers to existing questions. For the answers they like, they can vote for the answer, and they can also leave comments. If the answer has enabled the reward function, the viewers can also pay rewards to the answer. We randomly selected 100,000 questions that were posted on Zhihu in July 2019, and then we removed the questions that received no answers, the questions that were closed by the platform due to the violation of regulations, and we also removed the answers given by anonymous users. Our final dataset consists of over 60,000 questions and over 400,000 answers provided by over 300,000 users. 1,743 of the answers enabled the reward function, and they received 241 rewards in total. Our dependent variables are the number of votes, comments, and rewards each answer receives, and our independent variable of interest is the emotional intensity of each answer, which is measured as the percentage of emotional words out of total words in each answer. We generated the number of emotional words in each answer using the widely used text analytics software called linguistic inquiry and word count. The moderator of interest is answer length, which is measured as the number of Chinese characters in the answer. We controlled for several variables. First, we controlled for answer characteristics such as the number of images and videos in the answer, and the answer delay, which is measured as the time difference between the posting of the question and the answer. We also controlled for a series of author characteristics such as the number of followers, the number of users the author follows, whether the author has obtained a badge for excellent answers, whether the author has verified his or her identity on the platform, the number of questions asked in the past, the number of answers provided in the past, the number of votes per answer in the past, and the number of items the author provided in the profile. We estimated the following three regressions, where I indexes the questions and J indexes the answers. The dependent variables are the number of votes, comments, and rewards, and the key independent variable and moderators are emotional intensity and length of the answers. We used a logarithm transformation on these variables to address the high skewness of their distributions. We also included a question fixed effect to control for question heterogeneity. This table reports the results from the regressions. As we can see, when the answer is short, the effect of the emotional intensity on user engagement is negative. However, the interaction between the emotional intensity and answer length is positive, suggesting that as the answer becomes longer, the effect of the emotional intensity on user engagement will become positive, which supports our hypothesis. We also conducted several robustness checks to address some concerns. The first concern is that there might be some unobservable author characteristics that were not accounted for in the regressions. So we included author fixed effects in the regressions, and the results are qualitatively similar. And because the dependent variables are all count variables, we also used a negative binomial regression model, and the results are also consistent with those from the OLS models. And we also addressed the concern that the results might be driven by positive emotion or negative emotions instead of the overall emotional intensity. And the findings show that both positive and negative emotions contribute to the findings. Our study has some implications, both theoretical implications and practical implications. And this is my presentation. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.